Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I haven't been as consistent with posting, but I was away. I went on holiday for 10 days. Got myself a little bit of a tan. I was in Cyprus and it was so nice to just switch off. I am Greek Cypriot. I think I have shared that with you guys before, but so for me it's just kind of like home away from home. But I hope you guys are all well. When I was in Cyprus, that's when the UK had this like burst of heat. So it was actually warmer here than it was in Cyprus, which is fine because to be honest with you, it's just a change of environment that we need sometimes, not always the heat. And I don't know about you guys, but when I was younger, I literally, if I saw the sun, I wouldn't want to do anything else other than be stuck to that sunbed. So I'm not like that anymore. A little bit of a glow is nice, but I'm not actually like, you know, imprisoned by it. Let's get into today. I'm going to be filming a first impressions video. So I've got lots of new bits that I've been kindly gifted and sent as PR. They're amazing brands and I use their products anyway. I just haven't used these ones. They're new launches. Some of them have been launched for a while, but I haven't got around to trying them yet. Not everything will be a brand new product for me, but I will be speaking more about the ones that are. I have already moisturized and I have been using this, the Cordially, and it's the, I think it's the Vino Hydra. It's a deep hydration moisturizer. Now, I believe that because look at my skin. It feels very, very like plump and very, very hydrated. And I put this on maybe like an hour or so ago because I wanted it to sink in, but yet you can still see that my skin doesn't look dry or that it needs any prepping at all with moisturizer. So definitely love this moisturizer. Do you remember how long ago I got my brows done in my last tutorial, which means it was before my holiday, and I swear they still feel tinted unless my hair has got darker, but they never used to look that dark. I did leave them thicker though, so maybe that's why. I don't know if I've done a video with this product yet. I must have because I genuinely love this so much. If you do not have this product, just get it, to be honest. You're not going to be disappointed. I know I'm not steering you in the wrong direction. All right, mate. Okay, I don't want to say that, but what I'm saying is everyone's skin's different. I'm yet to know anyone that has not loved this product. This is the True Match Nude Plumping Tinted Serum, and it is by L'Oreal. It's a drugstore product and it may be one of my all-time favorite bases. And I'm just gonna go in with a big powder brush. This is one of my brushes because I just love the way that using a big powder brush just gets that product on very, very quickly, very evenly, and buffers it nicely into the skin. Who doesn't love a tan? Like, the joke is I actually use this color when I'm not tanned and you can actually see how dark it is. So maybe I should stop. But no, because it is a plumping tinted serum, there's kind of this like way about it that just like melts into the skin. How gorgeous. Like, so you saw my skin before and you saw how nicely hydrated it was. And yes, prepping the skin is so important, but for me, the fact that that hasn't made that look dull and taken away that natural skin-like look is amazing. I love that this doesn't look oily as the day goes on. It's just a big thumbs up for me, to be honest. I'm gonna grab a mirror as well because I just can't fully trust what I see here. So the first product that I'm gonna go in with that I have not used before, this is the Doll Beauty, and these are the Gimme Contour Magic Wands. Now, they kindly sent me like the most amazing kit top up PR package. I actually used to work loads with Doll Beauty. I love them. Their lashes, I would say still to this day, are the best strip lashes. This is in the shade medium. So it's not actually coming up dark on me, but it will give a really nice natural glow. So I'm just kind of wanting to see what the formula is like and how it blends. Because remember guys, I know I talk about it a lot, but I don't think I can get over how bad the Rare Beauty contour sticks were. And that's not because I don't like Rare Beauty. I genuinely do. Like, their blushes are some of my favorites, but that product is bad. So I'm just gonna see how this melts into the skin and if it lifts anything underneath. That's my biggest thing. Like, if the contour product that you're using lifts anything from underneath, no. That's gone in really nicely, actually. And do you know what I like about them? They've actually got coverage. So let's say, for example, like you've gone in with a skin tint and then you use a contour wand and your concealer, you're gonna have a really nice coverage. And I actually really like that color because it's not too dark, but it looks really natural with my skin tone at the moment. I like that a lot. Genuinely blended like a dream. But that was the contour. Now I'm just gonna deepen what I've already applied on with the Gimme Sun Cream by Doll Beauty, and this is in the shade Medium Deep. I'm just gonna grab it straight from the pan. Oh, pigmented. Yeah, okay. Again, such a beautiful color. And I'm just gonna apply it more to the top of the cheekbone just to add a little bit more depth around there. And not bring it in too much actually, because we almost wanna keep it like looking nicely framed around the perimeter of the face. That way we can go in with a nice pink on the cheeks and really just bring that in. We can do a bit more of like that sun-kissed kind of vibe. I'm very tempted to put some of this on my eyes, but I might hold off for the time being. Oh, okay. So now we have the Doll Beauty Cream Melt Blushes, and I've not used these either. And this one's called Let's Get Away. Shall I do it? It is pink. That is pink. Let me see some other colors. Doll Spritz. Ooh, that is beautiful. Shall I just use both? Yep, okay. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use both of these because they're actually so stunning. All right, so I'm gonna get my smaller brush, pick up a little itty bit, and we're gonna apply this more to the underneath of the eye, around the top of the cheekbone. Ooh. That is really pretty color. Do you know what? It's obviously a bright pink, but it's got this like sweetness to it as well, which still gives a warmth on the skin. When you're applying it, it doesn't look wishy-washy. Oh, I really, really like that. This one is called Doll Spritz. And again, I'm just gonna pick up a tiny bit. It's a bit more of that reddy tone, and I'm just gonna go under where I've applied that pink and almost transition it. Oh, that is so pretty. I'm not coping with how amazing these colors are. Oh my goodness. The fact that they absolutely do what they say they do. So they're called Cream Melt, and the way that is melting into the skin. Ooh. No. These colors, they're absolutely, like, this is genuinely first impression, yeah? So I'm giving you my impression. I don't know if it's transitioning as well on you guys' side, but like, I'm loving it. I just put a little bit on there. bridge of my nose. Let's go in with concealer now. I have been using the MAC NC30. And I'm not going in with too much. This is why sometimes it's quite nice to put your concealer on after you have done the majority of your base, because actually that way you can kind of pick and choose where you want to cover. Whereas sometimes I do feel like we just go in with the concealer and it can be probably a bit too much. Like, I'm not going to go under there now just because I really like the way that that blush has melted into the skin, and I just want to keep that all. I'm just going to use a little beauty blender, which actually is perfect for this because, again, I can really isolate where I want this concealer to go. A bit over my eyes as well because I just want to neutralize all my veins. The thing I love about this concealer is it melts into your skin as well. It was so nice on holiday for me actually, because I just ended up using this like nearly all over my face. I'll just like put it on my jaw as well, put a bit of cream blush and keep it really natural. We'll just go back in now with the brush that we use. I'm not going to put product on it. I'm simply just going to merge that together now, so it doesn't look obvious that we've just put concealer there and there's no blend. I think that that might be one of my favorite blushes that I've actually tried in a really long time. Both those shades have worked really well together. What I love, and I have spoken to you about this before, is a concealer that doesn't look so much brighter. I think that's where makeup starts looking really, not obvious, but it looks makeup-y. Whereas like when your concealer and your foundation are similar colors, there is so much more of a nicer blend, and it just, I think personally it looks prettier. Photographs prettier, you definitely don't get any flashback. But yeah, I just think like maybe like a shade lighter is nice, but I'm really like changing from loving when it used to be quite bright to the naturaler shades now. I have used these before, but I'm not like that familiar with them. So this is the Doll Beauty lip liners. I'm using the shade Talk to the Hand. They kindly sent me a few others, but these are probably a bit too dark for me. I've got a little bit of lip balm on my lips. Let's go in with I like that shade. It's a really good neutral brown without too much red in it, but it's not too cool. Oh, that's so nice. That is beautiful, and that has gone on so easily. I'm not sure if they're long wearing. Doesn't say that anywhere, but gosh, they are really, that is a really pretty color. Again, this isn't a first impressions. I do use the Rare Beauty lip oil. Love these. Don't think they get spoken about enough actually, because they're actually tinted. So when you put them on, they, you know, sometimes the oil comes off and then it looks like your lips are like white. These give you the most beautiful natural tint. They kindly sent me all these shades. So I think I'm gonna go in with, I like this whole blush look. So maybe Delight or Wonder. I just don't want it to be too dark. Delight looks nice. Oh, actually, let me see. I need to swatch them next to each other. Guys, what are we thinking? They're not too dissimilar, but I feel like I'm gonna go in for Wonder just because, and look, I've wiped it off and can you see it's left that stain? They're really, really good. not too heavy. Works well with what we've got going on with the cheek. But I just love that, like, now you're not worried about losing the color on your lips, because even though the oil might start to fade, you will literally have color still, which I think is genius. I don't really know anyone else that does a lip oil like this that gives that color payoff and actually stays. I've decided I am going to go back in with the Give Me Sun on my eyes. This is the cream bronzer by Doll Beauty. I just want to warm up that area. Nice. Because otherwise it kind of looks a little bit unfinished. And I might just put a tiny bit on the tip of my nose. Better. That looks so much more like cohesive with the rest of like the bronze and the blush. We're gonna put a tiny bit of eyeliner and just wing the eye out a bit. This is the Kat Von D tattoo liner. Yeah. Ooh, nice. And then just pop a little bit on the inner corners so you get that definition. But you don't need to do the rest of the eye, but that just kind of like creates a bit more shape where you can see that gets a bit lost when you don't put that liner. And just gonna repeat on the other side. I think I've done that one a bit longer. Let me just, yeah. Now I will say, if you want to make your eye look more catty, maybe don't do the inner corner eyeliner, because that may round it off slightly and give more of like a bigger eye, whereas doing it on the corners will give you that wing. I prefer like a bit more of like the bigger kind of like doughy eyes. So pop a bit of mascara on. This is the Dior Show. Been loving this so much. Really nice. I'm gonna just use, this is new by Pixie, and it's a gel setter. This is in the shade Deep Brunette. I'm not gonna use the pencil side because, like I said, my eyebrows seem to be darker than usual, so don't know why, but I'm just gonna use this to push them up a little. Gently just lift. There we go. I've been so looking forward to trying these Kosas loose setting powders. They are a translucent, loose and blurring powder. I think that their pressed powders are one of the best pressed powders I've ever used. So for me, I know these are going to be amazing, but I have not tried them. I'm not going to go for the peachy because I think that will be a bit too deep for my skin tone, and we still want to like have an element of brightening. I feel like because I've gone so pinky on the cheeks, I actually want to go for the pink, because I know the yellow will work. I've used so many yellow powders, but I'm just really curious to see the pink one. So I'm not sure how to pour it out, but oh, I'll just pour it into the lid. Oh my God, it's so pink. Just gonna use the same brush that I put my creams on with. I'm not sure how much to use. Also, never put your lower lash mascara before your powder, because then it will just get all messy and your lashes will get powder on them, and yeah, then you'll have to go in again. So I always put it last. By the way, loving this lip. It seems to be getting even nicer. And then we're gonna just go under the cheekbones. Feels very delightful, guys. Very smooth, wow. Wow. Oh, definitely just went up my nose. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna just set a bit of that cream that I used on my eyes as well, just so it doesn't look too greasy there. I put it on, and that that really pink hue has definitely gone down and doesn't look so pink, which is a good thing, because I was thinking like they are genuinely look like they're coloured. So I'm just gonna go in now and wipe that off. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Wow. And I'm not just saying this. Remember, guys, this is not paid. Like, this is all just my genuine opinion. But that may feel like the smoothest powder I've ever used. I don't even know how that's possible. Wow. Just gonna pop a little bit of mascara on my lower lashes. Lastly, I'm now gonna try the Rare Beauty, and these are the Matte Bouncy Blush. I think we're gonna go for shade Thriving because it looks more like what we have applied. Before I do that, I'm just gonna pop a little bit of highlighter. I have become so obsessed with these Dior Glow Maximizers. They're stunning, and this shade Peachy is so pretty. I just want to put it on the balls of my cheek so you could just see how nice it actually is. Well, a bit higher than the balls of my cheek, but use a small brush just to like blend that in, but not move it too much. How gorgeous is that? It kind of just like gives this like glassy glow. Back to the blush, and this is merely because I want to try these again. So I'm just going to pick up a bit. I've never tried these. I'm really scared because it looks like they're super pigmented. Oh yeah, they are. But to be fair, the colour looks like it's a really nice match with what we've already put on, so it will just slightly enhance that blush. I feel like this has become like a blush video. Oh boy. I think it got stuck on the glow. I think it got stuck on that glow. No, you're not meant to do that. Oh well. Nice colour. Ooh, bit on the nose. Gone too much this side, so I'm just gonna get my my beauty blender and dab very, very gently over the top. It should just like knock back a little bit of that brightness. To finish, I'm going to use, I've said this a few times, haven't I? Finish. I'm going to use the U-Tan, and it's the freckle pen. So we can just get on a few frecks, because I feel like this look is like such a like freckle look, if that makes sense. I'm doing them quite big because they like blend so easy. So like with your finger, you just like move them around and it just looks quite natural. I think freckles just sometimes finish it off. We also have a setting spray by Kosas. It's a Cloud Set Airy Setting and Smoothing Mist. I'm really liking this skin. Ice matcha with white chocolate and vanilla syrup. So that was my first impressions of some of those products that I've never used before. I am so impressed. I actually love how this turned out. I love how it's all come together. I love the lip. So let me know what you guys think. I will link everything for you below. So yeah, you can have a little look as well, and I'll make sure that I put all the shades and the products. But I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, guys. And I hope that summer is truly coming now. And yeah, a look like this will be like perfect for your like holidays, for summer days, for warmer days. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support as always. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and turn your notifications on. Sending you lots of love, guys.